Hi everybody, how's it going? Okay, so this is the other half of the dealer hall. It didn't occur to us when we were doing the first half that the dealer hall here at BGG is split into two separate rooms. So you have half of the dealers in one, half in the other. So we did the first half, now this is the second half, or I'm sure this half would call themselves the first half, or whatever, you get the idea. So there are many more dealers than the stuff that you just saw, as a matter of fact. Like right now, we are in front of the Cosmos folks who have lots of stuff. They've got like 3 or 4 that I have been really wanting to try and somehow haven't quite gotten around to. Specifically, the Exit series is there, and we've talked on the show about how the exit room thing. As a matter of fact, we talked about it on Monday's show a couple days ago about how I haven't done any of the escape room stuff yet. And so I really want to try Exit, of course, especially since Spiel des Jahres and whatever. So I want to try those.
Not just yours.
Word Slam is another one that everybody keeps talking about for me that I would really like. And then Dimension is the exact kind of game that I can pretty much guarantee that I will be hot garbage at, but I want to play because it's a spatial awareness game, which is easily my worst style of game ever. It's the thing that I'm always really bad at. So they just have a lot of good stuff. So I'm excited for... I just, you know, and here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not a particular... How's it going? Well, the connection in this half is terrible.
It is.
Do you happen to know the Wi-Fi password?
I don't.
Ah, darn it. Well, it was worth a shot. All right, so anyway,
Board Game Geek 2017.
Board Game Geek, spelled out?
Yeah.
Okay. Pay no... Okay, so... Yeah, I know I'm cutting out, Matt. Sorry about that. We'll eventually get the Wi-Fi thing figured out, and we'll do another walkthrough tomorrow. I won't have the press pass access, but we'll see. Maybe it'll hold out enough that I can get a little bit done here as well. So, and I'm sorry. I know that the motion of the camera is kind of obnoxious because this is this is literally, you know, I am my own cameraman, right? So this is a selfie stick with a phone on it. I'm not like this guy over here. Hang on, he did it right. He's got one of the actual stabilizers, which is what I should have done instead. But my way is cheaper, so there's that. Anyway, so see, Castles of Burgundy, Notre Dame, El Dorado,
All the goods.
all the goods. I know, right? Banned words. I don't know. What is that? You want to talk about it? Well, sure. Tell me about it.
About the party game?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So...
I know, I gushed over all the other ones, and I'm like, and what's the one with redacted crap on it?
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
All redacted. Because there's these banned words in the game that you cannot say. So how the game works is that you have 2 teams, and you have the target word cards. And
Okay.
in your team, let's see.
Man, if we can get it to focus up. Glare.
Like
There we go.
this. There you go.
So there's target words.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will get this card, and you would have to explain it to your team members.
Okay.
Now, before you do that, you will hand over the card to the other team, and they have 60 seconds to write down 16 banned words.
Okay.
And then they hand over the card back to you. Now you have to explain those words here. Let's say dentist, of course, without saying them. But you also don't know what the banned words are that the other team wrote down.
Oh,
Let's say
okay.
for a dentist, for example, they might have written down like teeth, or
Teeth.
fear, or whatever
Okay.
it is. And so you have to try to avoid those banned words, because every time you say a banned word, they'll get a point.
They get a point. Okay.
If your team member guesses correctly, you'll get a point.
Cool. All right. So I like the idea of the user-generated word list thing. That's fun.
Exactly.
So the idea of words that you can't say in a game like this has been done. Obviously, like Taboo was one that's a mass market one. This is cooler though because it's not just what this guy says you shouldn't say. It's personalized to your table, which I think is really clever. That's real smart.
And the more you play, the more sophisticated you get.
Sure.
Because the first time you play with like easy words, and then your team or your opponents get better and better, and then you try to figure out how to trick them. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Banned words.
And it comes with the table splitter screen.
Exactly. And
So
you have actually,
and that's got the rules basically on.
the
Oh, that
rules.
is the rules.
each side.
Oh, that's really cool. So that way there's never like a wait, how does this work? That's really smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart. Is this out now?
This is out now. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. See, that's the thing that I like about doing conventions like this is I enjoy finding these slightly off the beaten path things because let's face it, everybody that watches my show knows about Castles of Burgundy and Notre Dame and El Dorado. You know, like, these are the ones that we all already know. But finding the stuff that maybe folks hadn't heard about that's I think where the real fun is. So very cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come by. Maybe there's always like 3 or 4 of us that every once in a while you just get to that point where we just need to be silly for 15 minutes. I think we might come find you because that sounds like that'd be a lot of fun. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. All right. What is the thing that you guys are most excited about? Like as far as one game, and I don't want you to tell me necessarily the one that you are going to be chained to a table for 4 days about, because I know how that goes. I've been that guy too. So it does not, this is off the record. We're not going to tell anybody. What's the one thing that you personally are most excited about?
Well, I was super excited about El Dorado. I demoed that 100 million times at BGG Con.
Okay.
And it never got old because it was a different game every time.
Sure.
But actually, the Castles of Burgundy dice game.
Yeah.
We've been playing the past few days, and it's a blast.
So I haven't to see or play it yet. Can you? And I don't know. I'm assuming that probably some of the folks that are watching have. But can you give me a quick run through?
Sure. So
it's rolling, right?
Yeah. So it's the way that it works is you start at one of the castles, very similar to the board game, and one person at the table rolls the die. You get 2 colors and die numbers. So it's kind of difficult to explain, but if you can see here, there's different numbers that are attached to. You're not gonna
over here. Yeah, I got you.
Too small. There's different numbers attached to the different regions. So
Okay,
the purple,
sure.
the monasteries, you have to get a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
So if you had a purple here
And a 2 there,
and a 1 or a 2 there, and you were at, let's say, this castle, you could build
tick
to
off
that
from there.
adjacent space.
So the idea is
Just
you have
build
to build out from where you were, just like the board game, but now you're
Right.
using a roll and write mechanic. Oh, that's really clever.
Everybody's using the same roll.
Okay, sure.
So it goes through, and you can use, of course, you can use the worker tiles to change the
right.
the die numbers, and then you
Jiggle
can
the
also
die.
use monks to change the colors. But it's
Okay.
a really quick gameplay. It's only, and you can play through 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
half an hour.
Okay.
It's a really quick gameplay, but it's a lot of fun.
And you really dig it?
Yeah, we've been playing.
And
a
not
lot.
just as demo guy because
Not
you
just
can get
as
a demo
guy.
rolled through in
No.
12 minutes. That,
Right.
I mean, that doesn't
Right.
suck. Let's face it.
Yeah. Oh no.
But yeah,
exactly.
That's cool. That's cool. So here's the fun thing is that like roll and writes for me have been one of those things where I never felt as far in love with them as it felt like everybody around me was.
Okay,
I mean, there was a span of about 6 months where I felt like we were getting a new roll and write about every 9 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, this is great, but I'm cool. Like,
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, we've done
I got
this.
like 6. I'm all right.
Right.
But I like the idea of a roll and write that feels like it's going to stay sort of true to how the board game that it's inspired by, because it sort of does,
It
right?
does,
Because you've got that whole building out thing. You've got.
The building out, and you still get the the ships, the selling goods, the getting.
I'm going to see. I'm the worst
silver.
cameraman in the history of ever,
It's
so I
a
don't know
tough-
if I can do
it's a tough,
yeah. Well, and also I'm using a selfie stick.
That is true. So you can kind of see it right there,
Sure.
maybe a little bit. Some of the different stuff.
Very cool.
And similar to the board game, it explains everything that's on the page. Kind of describes what it is that you
That's awesome.
get. The bonuses and different stuff like that.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
I try to make a point of actually, because the press thing, like I'm not good at being press.
Okay.
It's funny. That's not my strong suit. So when I come through, I like to actually do the legit demos. So I'm probably going to come back and hit you up on this, Rich, because I'm really
absolutely.
intrigued by this, and I love. Like Burgundy is in my top 10 all time anyway, so I love the
great
idea of a new spin on it. So
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks much. Actually, that's great. None of us are sick yet.
Yeah,
Thanks, Rich. I
yeah,
appreciate
sure.
it. By Friday, it'll be a whole different bug.
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks, man. Very cool. Hey, look, Patrick's here again. Hello. We've actually got a little bit of stream strength at the moment. It feels like they're like when you get underneath, you can't see it, but see the roof up here?
Yeah.
There's a lot of metal going on, which means the internet sort of sucks, and it's not terrible in spots, but then there are parts where it's real bad. Hey guys. Hello. Hello, internet. Hi, 524 left.
How's it going?
I know. I'm just going to be super honest because that's my jam, and I know nothing about you. But What? Oh, you're mint delivery. Okay, now I do know something about you. Never mind. I'm bad at company versus game.
That's all right.
Cool. Yeah, this one looks really slick.
Don't eat those, but
Don't eat them? Okay, thanks.
We got 2 different flavors.
Can I lick them? Is that different?
We got wood and paint or plastic.
We got plastic.
Nice.
Plastic flavor here.
Gotcha, very cool. I've got glare for days here. Sorry, guys. Would any one of you want to give me 30 seconds and sort of do a crash course on one?
Sure. Which one do you want to talk about?
Pick one. Which one do you want to talk about? That's sort of how I roll.
It's the new hotness.
All right, let's do it.
So, mint delivery is a 1 to 5 player pick up and delivery game that fits in your pocket.
Right.
It's a nice little mix in like this.
Sure.
Take it anywhere, play it anywhere. This is what everything looks like when it's all set out.
Okay.
Players they have 2 actions every turn. Moving 1 space is an action. Loading up mints or filling orders is an action. And so the rounds go real quick. You can get a game in about 20 minutes with 5 players.
Nice. And for those of you, I mean, we've all talked / heard about Mintworks and whatever, but just to give you an idea, it really is like the entire game is in basically an Altoids box, which is, I mean, let's face it, it's a little bit gimmick, but if you can put a really awesome game into your pocket and actually have a real game experience, that's something to celebrate. Right, absolutely, very cool. So this is new hotness. This has been here for a little while.
Yep.
So
We're
obviously.
sold out. We have a few copies that are here.
Oh, really? You've only got a few here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then,
Is that literally your stock? There's 2 boxes over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's literally like, okay, well, we found their stockpile. That's awesome.
Right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we had to end up reprinting alongside this Kickstarter.
That's a very good problem to have. That's a good thing. Very cool. Very cool. All right, well, I'm doing a demo run, I think, at one point tomorrow. I'm just going to be strolling around demoing all the things. So I definitely want to try this because this is one... so it's one of those things, right, where you can't buy all the things yourself, and so you sort of are like, come on, buddies, help a brother out here. You got somebody be on this one? Well, my friends failed me on you guys, so I might have to come over and take care of it myself. So
great.
Thank you very much, guys. Much obliged. Much obliged. Oh, see? Now, this is last year. Yeah. So I do love Ryan. So
it's really dreamy.
He is pretty dreamy. So Brandon from on What Did You Play This Week? What Did You Play This Week? Asked us who would be on our Mount Games more. Yes, there you go. Right near, in the nipple region here. Right there you go. We were supposed to do our Mount Games more. The 4 game designers that we would carve into the side of the mountain if that was appropriate and didn't involve damaging the world. And Ryan Lockett of Red Raven Games was one of my 4. I have been a fanboy of Ryan since the first time I played City of Iron, and then Above and Below, and Near and Far, and I love Islebound and 8 Minute Empire, and I love his sensibility. I missed Empires of the Void the first time, but I am a backer of the second one, so I can't wait for that to happen. That's going to be amazing. So I'm really looking forward. I will probably make a point of doing another stream tomorrow just in this booth because I love him so much. So we've talked, we talked on the show, was it last week or the week before, we were talking about what makes you take a game and go from I own this game and love it, I own this game, I love it, and I want to buy more things to put in the box. And so right here is one of my new deep loves, actually, which is Meeple Realty. I'm starting to become a custom insert guy, so I'm not going to bug them because they're in the middle of working or whatever, but they have an insert for Feast for Odin that I absolutely adore. And Broken Token is amazing. These guys are good. Daedalus has been on the show, and we love them as well. But their Feast for Odin insert is the bomb. So at some point, I'll probably show you guys that as well. So there's just a lot of really fun stuff. Hi, guys. Sorry for weird camera angles and stuff. Yeah, Ryan's versatility is amazing. Like he's one of those guys where he's such a Renaissance man, which is just amazing. Oh, speaking of Renaissance men.
Oh no.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh no.
Oh no.
Gil
Hello,
Hopa is here.
everyone.
Hi, Gil.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm
Are you-
doing great.
Are you good?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm
excited?
very excited.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at this beautiful booth back here.
Yes, please. Let's
Yeah.
look at Formal Ferret. That's why I like it when I can stop and somebody that knows me and knows how obnoxious I can be is still willing to walk forward,
Yeah.
that's always a good sign.
Yeah, always a good sign.
So-
Like, oh no, it's Bill. Oh, no.
God damn it, stupid Bill. So that's fine. All right, so Gil, what are you geeked about? Like, what's the thing that you have that I mean, Networks is sort of your magnum opus, obviously, but what's the thing that you personally are really excited for? this weekend?
The thing about BGG Con is Wednesday the vendor hall is closed, which means that now that my booth is set up, I'm going to the hot games room.
Yeah,
and
you
play
are.
Hot games.
There you go.
I never get to do that, so I'm very excited.
That's awesome. Which one are you heading for first?
I want to start with Azul. You know,
Azul?
simple,
Okay.
straightforward, and then play a few other games. You know, whatever hits me. You know.
I think the one that I'm going to end up standing over and just drooling on for 3 days is Pulsar 2849 by Check Games. I don't know what it is about. Well, first off, Check Games is one of those can't miss companies for me. Like I pretty much love everything they do. I don't know. So, but I really dig that one. But Azul is on my short list as well. There's like 3 or 4. So that's yours, huh?
Yep. I got to play Drop Mix last night. Also.
Yeah, me too.
I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would.
I know, right? So the thing that we all heard, or at least that my little circle heard, was that Drop Mix was an amazing toy and a adequate at best game. I didn't find that at all. I thought the cooperative one, which is what we played, party mode or whatever.
I didn't get to try the cooperative mode.
You played competitive. Okay, so this is good.
I played competitive. I mean, the thing about it is, you can't look at it from the point of like a board gamer, like because this thing's going to be sold at GameStops. It's being marketed towards people who like Rock Band. From that context, this is a fairly simple game. Part of the fun is just sort of learning the rules, learning all the card interactions, that sort of thing. But at the same time, there's a lot of luck and a lot of randomness. But I feel like the luck and randomness is kind of it's once you get into the just what the game's about. Like, all right, I'm not doing great, but let me try hitting the drop mix button, seeing if I can mess with my opponent. Yeah, that sort of thing. So if you sort of from that point of view, and expect that, I think it's a fun game. But if you're expecting like a lot of agency, a lot of deep strategy, you're going to be very disappointed. It's not that kind of game.
So I don't know if we've ever talked about this, Gil, but my day job is not a day job. I work as a DJ. That's what I do for a living. So Drop Mix for me hits me in a really personal. Like I want to know what Blink 182 and Sia and Run DMC sound like together. By the way, terrible. We found that out last night. It's not good. That's the one thing about this. That's the one caveat that I want to throw in for Drop Mix is that it is really clever, and if you're a music nerd, you're going to love it 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time your soul is going to bleed when you did something unholy on that thing, and it's like, oh my god, what am I listening to? It's terrible.
Yeah, it is kind of cool how the track evolves over the whole game, but at the same time, it could be a little grating at times. After all, it's like, oh.
Especially when the computer decides that you need to double the tempo of a song, and suddenly you basically got a chipmunkized version of something. Not chipmunk, but you know what I mean.
But look at what they had to do. It's fascinating what the technology is, because they had to even out all the tempos. That's a regular standard DJ thing, and they got to standardize all the pitches, so they're all singing at the same key and all playing at the same tempo. Technically, there's a lot going on there, making sure that it still sounds like that song. So that was really fascinating. How they got to do that.
It's really good.
So I was really impressed by the technology there.
All right, so I got to tell you, I love the Networks.
Thank you.
I really love that game, and I love it because it's not only a good game, but there's funny in the box, but it's not funny that you are reluctant, like you can't repeat. So there are some games that you get through all the funny the first time you play it and then you're done. This one works a little better because of the time slot thing, and you have the schedule, which is always evolving and whatever. There's so much I like about this. The expansion is
so the expansion funded on Kickstarter back in September. We are finalizing the graphic design for it. That was a little delayed because Heiko, he has this game called Peak Oil that he was promoting at Essen. He's been working on a few other projects, but starting this week, he's been working on this project. So we're hoping to finish up the graphic design December and get the proof for the game in late December.
We're not going to hold you to this, but what's your target for getting it out to backers?
I promised July.
July? Okay.
Yes.
And you so far on target?
So far, that's why I tend to be very conservative with these estimates, because I know that there's still a lot of work.
I'll tell you what, under promise and over deliver is something that I wish more pubs would think about. Just throwing that out there. I would rather you be realistic and tell me a thing that is probably actually going to happen than BS me and tell me that, I can have it to you by Thanksgiving. And you're like, next year. So, Gil, you're awesome.
Thanks so much,
Thanks,
Bill.
man. We'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool, very cool. So now you're going to notice a couple moments here of me sort of wandering, like knocking around. Sorry for the weird camera angles and whatnot. That's because there are 874 million boxes in this particular part of the room that I'm in, and I'm a klutz when I can actually do all the things normally. So, speaking of my other love affair, Broken Token. Hi, you're gonna get my money in a little while, for sure. We were talking about Meeple Realty just on the road, and how I think all three of you, like Meeple Realty, Broken Token, and Daedalus is the third one that I think of. And now there's a fourth one that I just saw, the folding space. Yeah, folding space or whatever. That's fun. I like that. You guys, right? Like, I mean, you're the OG, as it were, of all this, right? Which is
Greg started it all.
Right. Well, and really, you guys have probably saved a fair number of games that would just be such a pain in the butt, right?
True.
So, but like for instance, you're going to save Gloomhaven for me.
We have saved Gloomhaven.
Yeah, for sure, because that's a game that as much as I like that game,
Even the designer, when he, because before he worked here and did these kind of things, he would do his own organization for games. And he said that one I wouldn't even touch any other way.
No.
So
for sure.
If he even goes, ugh, I know it's bad.
Yeah. So you'll definitely be hitting my bank account tomorrow for that one.
We'll be here. We're happy to.
Excellent.
Got a stack of them.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So.
I don't want to say that I've put you on the internet and I'm going to try and get you to commit to setting one off to the side.
You might be able to convince him.
Awesome. Just look for the very pretty man with the blue hair.
I was going to say, it's mostly because of the hair.
I see.
I'm a little partial.
We got to do it. Very cool. Nice. Oh, hang on. All right. Thank you so much. Hi, Keith.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
All right. Why are you pointing that thing?
Keith, because I'm going to put you on the internet.
Don't do that. I don't
Major
like
malfunction. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good.
I don't do internet.
You do now?
I do not do a weekly podcast at all.
No, you don't do a weekly podcast.
No, I don't.
No.
We have tens of viewers.
Yes, exactly. I'm right there with you.
Tens of viewers.
I'm right there with you, unfortunately. So.
How are you, sir?
I'm well. I'm excited for... I'm excited that this year I was smart and remembered how press badges work and actually did this.
Yeah, me too.
Last year I spaced it, and I was like...
Well, this is my first time because...
right on.
We have tens of viewers.
Because you have tens of viewers.
Yes, exactly.
Very cool. All right, what's the one thing that you think you're currently most excited for, Keith? The one thing. Pick one. I know it sucks.
Period.
Okay, fine. How about that's a cheat? One game.
Yeah, I don't have one.
You don't have one?
I just played Noria a minute ago.
Did you love it?
I didn't love it.
No?
It's neat. It's got some cool stuff. I like the wheels. The wheels are fun. You
Sure.
know, you do all that stuff. There's a lot of planning in it, and it takes you about half a game before you figure out what the heck you're supposed to be doing. And by that time, you've finished dead last.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Lisboa, actually. Okay.
I haven't played that yet. I want to play. I want to play /buy Altiplano.
Yeah.
That one looks cool. I think I will like it better than all the others.
Yeah.
And I've got to try Mooseford because it's right, you know.
Yeah, I mean.
And I'm getting ready to try this guy.
Yeah, we just talked to them actually a few minutes ago. That looks amazing.
Yeah, I would check it out. I'm going to buy it probably, but I could check it out right now, and so I did.
And one of the best parts about BGG is that their library is so good that you can check out basically anything and play it before you spend money on it, even if you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, do I want to try this? Yeah, it's in the library. I'll grab it and let's go play it. And that's why you come to BGG Con, because the best library you'll find in the region, period.
Bar none.
I think it was 5,300 games in the library before the 48 boxes, 4 pallets of new games that just showed up from Essen last week, right?
Lordy
so
Lord, yeah, for sure.
Go show the internet the library.
Oh yeah, we will at some point. I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow on that one, just because I have been spending all day with a selfie stick in my hand.
Yeah.
And I would like to. I'm just going to sit and play a game now.
I might take that the wrong way.
You know, that's a different kind of selfie stick.
Good to see you, Bill.
Quick plug. Name of the show?
Weekly Alaboom podcast. It's on the Viking Videos channel.
Yeah.
We talk about board games. We're R-rated because we can't mind our mouths.
Sure.
So
and also, it's like 4 hours long.
Well, I usually give up about 2.5 hours.
I know, that's Lance.
But yeah, I'll look later and sometimes I'll see a 5-hour long video posted.
You're like, oh, Lance.
It is a show about board games, but mostly just nothing. We just talk. It's buddies talking and broadcasting.
And it's a lot of fun.
It is.
A lot of fun. That's how this happened, was because I was on the album for a while and I was like, this is really cool. I want to do the thing.
Yeah.
Now we do the thing. So.
Yeah. And we go to, there's no planning involved whatsoever, so we just show up and talk. So.
Right. We're going to drag you onto the Cubist in the next few weeks. I already talked to Lance. I'm going to drag you too.
Okay, anytime you want.
I mean, I guess I should probably ask rather than tell, but I don't care.
Whatever. It's on the internet. I don't have a choice.
That's right. Thanks, Keith. See ya. All right. Bad camera angle time, part 9, so I can get around this thing in boxes. All right. There we go. So the second hall is smaller, significantly so. But what the nice thing about this is that everybody, this hall, hi Patrick, this hall, and the way that they do their dealer hall here is just really well spaced out. No, I don't see a single booth, and I never have, that's cramped, that feels like maybe somebody didn't get enough room to do the things that they want to do, which is really wonderful. They just do a good job, and I'm not just saying that because Aldi is in the background over there and might be able to overhear me. You know, I'm definitely, absolutely not that guy. So anyway, all right, connection's terrible again. I'm really sorry about the quality of the stream here, guys. I will try and get that fixed, and we'll maybe do another walkthrough another time. But anyway, thanks for hanging in there, and we'll catch you later. Bye.